How's it going, everyone? Hope you're having a good day. I know my day's going pretty good. I mean, I just woke up like an hour ago, so I really can't say if my day's going to be good or not yet, but I think it will be. I have high hopes. Anyways, today we'll be discussing the MrBeast scam. Basically, I spoke about this 2 months ago, or maybe even a little more at this point, where I basically went over a really large scam that people were basically using MrBeast's image, his likeness, to promote this very obvious scam. I mean, obvious, I mean, not to everyone because people are being fooled by it, but a pretty clear scam, right? And at the time, I was hoping that, spreading some awareness would actually be able to, maybe help, alert YouTube to the situation. No, it actually has gotten worse. Nothing has been done. Nothing has been done to stop it, and it's gotten worse. So let me just quickly go over what this scam is, as I did in previous videos. So I won't do it too long for the people who watch those, but basically, YouTube ads. I'm sure you've all seen them. I'm sure you're all annoyed by them. And for those who watch the ads on my videos, I thank you very much because that's how I get funded. But YouTube ads, basically anyone can buy a YouTube ad because YouTube ads are through Google AdSense because Google is the owner of YouTube, if you didn't know that. But because basically anyone can buy a YouTube ad, there's a lot of advertisements that are, I would say goes against terms of service, or just scammy, deceptive. I think Google AdSense does have. I'm sure that they have regulations over what can be played, but sometimes their systems don't catch something. Sometimes I feel like they're willfully ignorant on some certain things because they get paid if the ads play, and they don't get paid if the ads don't play. So I feel like they're a little more lax with advertisements on here. But basically, this is what would happen. Basically, what would happen is you'd play a video, and before the video, something like this would appear on the screen, where basically it's a photo of MrBeast, and it says, "I'm giving away $1,000 or $10,000 to every person who visits this page." And normally with a scam, if it says win $1,000 quick, most people, even young children on the internet, have gotten to the point where they just simply don't believe that anymore because they know better now. They've learned. But the thing is, MrBeast is known for giving away large sums of money. So $10,000, that sounds like a lot just to click on the page. And I think 99% of people will still not fall for it. But, there's a reason why we're seeing the scam. There's a reason why we continue to see the scam. People will sometimes ask, Connor, how do you know if the scam is working? Well, in my opinion, it's pretty simple. Assuming that the people running the scam are competent or functioning human beings, they will not continue to pour money, because it costs money to run ads. They will not continue to pour money into these advertisements if no one's falling for it, or not even if no one's falling for it, if not enough people are falling for it to make it, profitable. So the fact that these ads, because I'm about to get into how it's gotten much worse, have been so frequent, and I've seen so many recently as well, this proves to me that it's a very functioning scam, a very functioning one, in that many people, most likely young kids who are giving away their parents' credit card information, are falling for this. Probably one of the worst things about the scam, and I mean all scams are bad, but one of the worst things about the scam is it's definitely targeting young kids who are fans of MrBeast. I mean, I went over this in my last video, but who's falling for this? Is the 7-year-old woman who happens to be on YouTube falling for this? No. She doesn't know who MrBeast is. Is the 16-year-old girl who watches, YouTube videos, maybe she knows MrBeast, maybe she knows of him, maybe she watches, Minecraft people. I don't know. She can watch whatever she wants. She's not going to fall for this because it looks too scammy. But the 12-year-old boy who's a big MrBeast fan and, would love a little bit of extra money and has seen MrBeast give out copious amounts of money in the past, he might believe it. And he might fall for it. I'm not going to say every 12-year-old is going to fall for it. That's an absurd generalization. But I think you know what I mean. The people who are going to fall for this are young people who don't know any better. So far, I basically recapped information in my previous videos. You might be thinking, Connor, why are you making this video right now? Well, the short answer is it's gotten a lot worse. First of all, I would have expected that the last two videos I made on the whole MrBeast scam or whatever, right, the whole situation using his face, I mean, I think collectively they have shy of 1 million views combined. It might be a little bit less than that, but they did get some good traction. I mean, that was a period of time when my channel was getting a lot of traction. So at least a decent number of people, maybe let's just round down to 500,000 people, were made aware that the scam was happening. And let me just say, literally nothing has happened since. Let me clarify, literally nothing on the scammer side has happened since. On the on the everyone else's side, you, me, people falling for it, the average person watching YouTube, it's gotten worse because it's gotten more frequent. I don't have any scientific data. I've not done a study. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to admit I've not done a study about this. I can't give you a definitive fact, but it seems like I've been seeing these ads a lot more frequently than I did in the first place when I made the video. In the first place, when I made the video, I saw one or two of these ads, and I thought one or two of these ads was bad enough because I've been seeing these bots for a long time. But recently, almost, I would say 10% of the videos I've clicked on, there's a chance that there's a MrBeast ad on them. 10% might be a little high because I think I might be, a little exaggerating there. But still, even if it's 2%, I watch a lot of videos. And the fact is, I can almost guarantee that they're happening more frequently than they have before. Look, I mean, I've always been against scamming. I think it's very easy to be against scamming. But this scamming, as I said before, is worse because it goes after some of the most vulnerable people in society that we have to protect, and that is kids. And I mean, it's partly because kids are on the internet and there's always dangers with that. But at the same time, dude, it really shouldn't matter. I feel like YouTube, because this is not the first time, and even 2 months ago was not the first time I've ever been aware of these scams. There's a whole list of scams involving large YouTubers. I'm pretty sure that's why PewDiePie asked for like verification ticks. I kind of forget, but I do remember, I think it was like 2015 or something. He was getting a lot of people impersonating him, basically using the same profile pic and name and saying, click here. And it was a IP grabber. It was looking for information. It was a whole host of things. And he was able to get enough, because he's PewDiePie and he was huge at the time. PewDiePie is huge now, but he was even bigger. He was very much the face of the platform, where you could argue that I don't know, people like, Dream and MrBeast are now the face of the platform. I'm a huge PewDiePie fan. This is not shame on him. This is, I'm a bro. I'm a bro. I'll put it that way. Little tangent, dude. I just remember, like, in 2015, I watched this collaboration video between him, Jacksepticeye, Markiplier. One of the best videos. One of the nicest, just funny video. Sorry, off topic, but that video just has a lovely place in my heart, and it always will. And from what I've seen, and I don't really click on these links, I suggest that you guys don't click on these links, as well as, it's links on the internet associated with a scam. Don't click on them unless you have, unless you're like prepared, right? But there are a couple types of scams that are most common. One is an IP grabber. Another is just phishing for information, whether that be credit cards, social security, really damaging information. Another one that is a little bit, the other two that are kind of less, malicious but still annoying and still a scam, are the ones that make you do surveys because companies will try and get lots of data. I think it's a pretty weird way of getting it. I think it's a glitch in their system. I think that they're not aware that it's through scamming purposes, or people will try and get personal email addresses, phone numbers to forward more scamming material, or just forward, because basically companies will have big data farms where they make they'll promote stuff, or they'll use it to make educated guesses on products. So data is the new oil. I mean, I could go on about that with market caps and the stock market. It used to be oil companies were the most valuable companies, and now it is truly data companies. And that's, Facebook, Apple, Microsoft. And you could say that some of those are software companies, but they're really data companies. Anyways, let me just arm you with as this has gotten worse, let me just arm you with a few tools that I think basically what happens if you see this ad. First of all, do not click on it. Just don't click on it. Second, let people know not to click on it. Third, if you see this ad, I'm fairly certain that there's a report feature. Report the ad. There's no guarantee that YouTube will see it and do something about it, but there's a chance that it will be added to one of the, the randomly selected human verification reports that happen, and maybe we can get it to stop. I have no idea, but I just thought it was important that I, updated you guys as I made a video on it that did fairly well, and many of you saw it, just to let you know that YouTube hasn't done anything, and it's gotten worse. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want to help out the channel, click on one of the 4 videos you see on screen right now, or just watch another one of my videos, which you can see on the sidebar, or click on my channel. Make sure you are subscribed, and if you're subscribed, turn on the notifications, because you're not really going to see my videos otherwise. And yeah, thanks again. Peace.